I am poor. But there is one who is weak. It only those. We don't have fear in this school. You understand? So, the scripture now continues in verse 3. It says, let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not. And let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for God has received him. So basically what our scripture is saying there is, alright, if you don't want to get vaccinated, then do. Alright? But I'll take the vaccination. If you don't want to take it, no problem. You are scared of the vaccine, no problem. You are scared of the 5G network, no problem. You are scared of the dark, so much so you always had to put on the TV in the night because you can't sleep when the TV on because you're afraid the boogeyman or you're afraid of Casper or somebody might come and haunt you. No problem. If you are scared, no problem. I know I'm not as scared here. I'm not afraid of the dark, I'm not afraid of the 5G network. And I'm definitely not afraid of the vaccine. Alright? So you continue to go ahead and be scared. I go be scared of nothing. But at the end of the day, you are my brother and I still love you. You are my sister and I still love you.
Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakodash, double honors be unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Right? Apostle Taha, El Apostle Taha, El Apostle Gaba, El Apostle Yamlab, El Apostle Raka, and the elders under them. Let's that rule well. And to you, brothers pushing this word. Right? The brothers pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. And the brothers pushing this word in sincerity and in truth to say Shalom. You know, once again, Isupk. If it's not neat, it's Isupk. And here it is here now in Trinidad and Tobago, the Isupk pushing for people to get a vaccine because the vaccine is supposed to touch down in this country in March, early March, and General Yahana, and his men under him in the states, all of them was pushing the vibration, they make videos stating that why you should take the vaccine, and meaning if they get paid for it, whatever the case is, I'm sure they get paid for it, but lo and behold is what they're telling the people to do. They're telling the people to take the vaccine and they're still talking about love. So I will just play a few of this video here. As you can hear before also, I'll go to them scriptures.
You go ahead and be scared, I ain't going to be scared. But at the end of the day, I ain't going to make that have no rift between us as black people, as Hispanic and Native Indian people. That ain't going to have no rift between us. You go ahead and be scared, I won't. So we're going to talk more about
And this thing is not about being scared, right? This thing is not about being scared. And these men, they don't understand. They don't really understand this truth. They don't understand where they in and everything is under general leading, generally like if he's God. Really I speak under leading generally and all this madness. But this is not about being scared, this is about wisdom. Right? Scripture talk about these ads are real ridiculous now, boy. Yeah, the scripture talk speaks about what? century. And then it says, because thou hast kept the word and my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the earth, which shall come upon all the world to try them. Right? And we know through the Spirit and through much research, through much research, we know that this vaccine is something that is killing people out there. Right? It's destroying the human body, is giving you facial palsy. Yeah, as I was saying, it have a lot of research going on there. Doctors coming out with researches, with certain things showing you that this vaccine causing a whole lot of harm to the human body, right? Causing facial palsy, a wide variety of harm to the body. So I don't know who is the reason you people pushing this vaccine for and saying you have love for them, right?
Between us as black people.
You see.
You go ahead and be scared, I ain't going to be scared. But at the end of the day, I ain't going to make that have no rift between us as black people, as Hispanic and Native Indian people. That ain't going to have no rift between us. You go ahead and be scared, I won't. So we're going to talk more about...
And we're not black.
The Tuskegee syphilis experiment.
No, this Tuskegee syphilis experiment, I did a video like 2 days ago on this, and they took them a video and I can upload for like a week. I can upload no videos for a week. So I would have screenshot certain things, but I wanted to hear this shit. This guy talking,
Right, I know. The Tuskegee syphilis experiment, it was a crime amongst black people. But the conspiracy behind it, of what it...
Who came up with this vaccine? Number one, who came up with the vaccine? So-called white man. He came up with it. So why should you take the vaccine from them? So at 12, never trust thy enemy. For like as iron rusted, so do wickedness. So is his wickedness. I should be a little read. Right? A little read. You say you go and take the vaccine. Right? You get to say that you go and take the vaccine. But the so-called white man who created this vaccine. So why should you trust your enemy? Even in the beginning of the video. I hear me. Hey, sorry for being all over the place I can, but just trying to get the full understanding, get you guys the full understanding of the garbage is speaking.
Every Hispanic and Native Indian go and get vaccine.
Go back a
Take that vaccine when it reaches here, right here in Trinidad. Vaccine. You understand? Today I'm going to prove why we as black people should go and take that vaccine when it reaches here, right here in Trinidad. I believe the Minister of Health says in March we're supposed to get our first batch of vaccines. When that first batch of vaccines come here in Trinidad, every black person, every Hispanic and Native Indian go and get vaccinated. You understand, right? But because blacks, Hispanics and Native Indian, because our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks about, many of us are scared of the government. We are scared of the doctors, and we are scared of Medicaid.
And as I say, it's not about being scared. It's not about being scared. You mention it for yourself. Because our oppressor is the devil, which is Esau. It's not a matter of being scared, it's about using wisdom, the scriptures, about using the scriptures. I just read it. Never trust never. The scripture never say trust thy enemy sometimes. It says never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, right? What he doing right now? He humbling himself, right? Because he have his agenda, pushing the vaccine, pushing the virus, right? For the Negroes, the Latinos, and the native people. And as you can see the result, it says as though he humbled himself, he humbling himself right now. Because he wants you people to take the vaccine. Yet take no heed and beware of him.
Right? So today I'm going to show you now why we are scared of vaccines.
Right. So go on to where I left off.
And native Indian people. That thing going to have a rift between us. You go ahead and be scared. I will. So we're going to talk more about the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Right? I know the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, it was a crime amongst black people. But the conspiracy behind it, of what is pushing in the media, is not what the crime was. The crime that they're saying of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment was that the white man, right, our oppressor injected syphilis to 600 black men, right?
And this big dummy knowing and saying right through our oppressor, the white man. So he just contradicting himself. You know that is our oppressor. You know the scriptures say what it had to say about our oppressor, our enemy. But yet still going to trust the enemy to take the vaccine. Dumb niggas.
That was the crime that they're pushing on the media, but in actuality, the crime was that the doctors never really told the 600 black men that they had syphilis. And they used those 600 black men as an experiment to see what would happen if some of them get vaccinated and if some of them did not. They just get syphilis from having sex with whores. And those black men got syphilis.
That counter. You hear this jackass? You just get syphilis from having sex with whores. So how would the whores on them get? They was injected with it. When you read up to the story, it's straight that the men who was injected with this and that's how the enemy is, that's how the so-called white man is, they always have a way to bring some kind of article or make up some kind of story for you to believe, for them to counteract what really happened. Right? For what really happened was a really reality. But what they did, they take down my video because that is spread. I did a video and on my both channel they took it down. I rename it and they still take it down.
From having sex with whores. So no doctor never inject them with syphilis. They got syphilis.
So how syphilis came about?
From having sex with whores. Crime of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment was that they didn't tell those black men who came back all have syphilis.
This fucking man is an idiot, but I don't even want to hear he. I don't even want to hear you. Alright, so I did screenshot this from the video. It says nearly 400 black men infected by syphilis were untreated. It says as part of the U.S. Public Health Service experiment, they were told by the researchers that they were being treated for bad blood. Alright? It says many of them were poor sharecroppers croppers. Right? So the way they tell them was they were being treated for bad blood. It says as part of the US Public Health Service experiment. Right? And when they were really taking the video showed that they came up with the penicillin, but the men were they never gave these black men the antidote. Right? They were never getting the treatment because they wanted to further the research.
Got syphilis from having sex with whores. So no doctor never inject them with syphilis. They got syphilis from having sex with whores. Crime of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment was that they didn't tell those black men who came that all have syphilis and we're going to give some of all of the cure, we're going to give some of all the sugar, salt and water, and some of all we're going to give all nothing. Just experiment on it and see what it is going. Right? Because through every scientific test right now in the world, before it passed for FDA, I think it is, and CDC, before it passed to those places, they must go through a test to see what would happen if people die of it and what will happen if people get the cure, what will happen. It must go through some sort of test. But the crime is they never told them that, they never asked them for permission to do this test.
Right,
but now, today, they just ask people for permission for them to do this test on, right? Now there's a sister now called Henrietta Lacks.
Right, I'm going to go through this whole video. I'm going to go through the whole video. But the point of the matter is 5 reasons why black Hispanic people should get vaccinated, and that is not a good thing we should tell the people. All right. Scripture saying Romans 10:13 and 10, it says, love working no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. So you as a Negro man, a so-called Negro, an Israelite man, how you could go and tell your people to take the vax? Right? Or you could go and tell the people to take their vax. Knowing that all research showing and doctors coming out showing you that these things leading to is a detrimental thing. Romans 14, it says, let us not therefore judge one another anymore, but judge this rather than no man put a stumbling block or occasion to fall in his brother's way. And that is exactly what you as Isupk doing. You're putting a stumbling block in front of your brother to fall. So what if now you encourage these people to go and take this vaccination and 95% of the people end up dead? How you go feel? What will be your response? Prevention is better than cure. Prevention better than cure. We know that this vaccine killing people. We know it for a fact. You speak about, you're reading Romans 14:1 about 14:2. For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth. And then it go on to say, so if it is a brother choose not to eat, well, that his choice. He choose not to eat, but he will eat, right? But he say he will take the vax. Right? That is how he interpret the scriptures. It says, and let no man, and let not him which eat not judge him that eateth, for God had received him. You know? So then he go on to say, he go eat, I will eat, wherever the case may be. Like herbivore, carnivore, whatever thing he said it does eat anything, whatever the case might be. And I ain't doubting that. But it say here in Romans 14:14, it says, I know, and I'm persuaded by Yahweh, persuaded by the Lord Yahushai, that there is nothing unclean in of itself, but to him that esteemeth anything to be unclean, to him it is unclean. It says, but if thy brother be grieved with thy meat, now walkest thou not charitably, destroy not him with thy meat, for whom Mashiach died. So in other words, it's saying, if that offend your brother, like you put it in other terms, and if the vaccination offend your brother, right? You taking a vaccination offend your brother, you shouldn't take it. You shouldn't take it. Because that is charity, that is what brotherly love. You're doing that to what? To save your brother. Yeah, it goes on to say here in I'll read from 18. It says, For he that in these things serveth Mashiach is acceptable to God and approve of men. Let us therefore follow after the things which make of peace, the things wherewith one may edify another. For meat destroyed not the work of power. All things indeed are pure, but it is evil for that man who eateth with offense. It is good neither to eat flesh, nor to drink wine, nor anything whereby thy brother stumbleth, or is offended, or is made weak. So you understand that? So you shouldn't take that vax. Something that would offend your brother, make your brother stumble. You shouldn't do it for your brother's sake. For your brother's sake. Alright, so I want to give out praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, Bashem Kakodash. Hopefully this video was edifying. Till next time, I say Shalom.